Hello and welcome to New Rockstars. It's your pal Sam, and we got a wee bit of good news going into the end of the year. We finally got a release date for the solo Black Adam movie starring Dwayne, if you can smell what The Rock is cooking, Johnson. The Rock posted this image to Instagram created by DC artist icon Jim Lee and my personal favorite pro-fan artist, Boss Logic, of a hyper-realistic depiction of The Rock as the classic Shazam villain, as well as a release date that is not too far off, December 22nd, 2021. Pretty fun that Shazam was set during Xmas time, and now the spinoff is coming out around the same time, and we're getting not one, not two, not five, but we're getting 3 DC movies coming out in 2021. The Batman, The Suicide Squad, and The Black Adam. No "the" in the title as of yet, but it would be a nice fit, right? As of right now, The Rock is attached to play Black Adam along with Jungle Cruise director Yome Collet-Serra, who will be directing as well. Rampage writer Adam Steichel has been tapped to write the script, but besides that, we've got no more info on the film. But now that we got our calendars marked, let's answer the big questions. Who is Black Adam, and what makes this movie different from Shazam and the other DC properties? Well, first off, Black Adam effing rules, just my professional opinion. Honestly, he probably would be the perfect fit in a Zack Snyder universe for the DC properties, but that's just not gonna happen. I mean, the dude kills people willy-nilly all the time. Zack Snyder written all over it. Now for the history nerds, Black Adam first appeared in the Marvel Family #1 in December 1945. Yeah, this dude's been around for a minute. After DC acquired the rights to the Captain Marvel catalog of characters, Black Adam was reintroduced into the mainstream continuity and has soared to a fan favorite villain slash anti-hero. Black Adam has all the same powers as Shazam, but his abilities are bestowed upon him by the Egyptian pantheon and not the Greek. We got Shu, Hershef, Amon, Zuti, Anpu, and Menthu. Shazam basically fights super strength, speed, lightning blast, and can transform between a mortal and the protector of magic with a simple made-up magic word, Shazam. He's even got a similar costume to Billy Batson, aka Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, aka whatever name they end up calling him in the next movie. Big lightning bolt on the chest, he's got the arm gauntlets, golden boots for a golden god, and the famous cape/hood combo. Now this is where our character similarities end and they become 2 very distinct individuals. Black Adam famously dons a black version of the costume, and he's been at this superpowered game quite a bit longer than Billy. Try roughly 3,000 years longer. Originally, Black Adam popped up in Egypt around 1279 BC, and DC has since changed Adam's homeland to a fictional nation, Kahndaq. Now, there have been a few iterations of Black Adam's origin, but to sum them up, each mention that Adam receives the power from the wizard Shazam, just like in the film. He uses these powers to protect his homeland, either Egypt or Kahndaq, and is usually corrupted by said powers and has them stripped by the wizard or is imprisoned for all eternity for his crimes. Now, most recently in the New 52 reboot of Shazam, we learned that Adam was not the one who received the powers from the wizard. Much like how Billy gave his powers to his siblings, Adam received his powers from his nephew Amon, who might have possibly been killed by Adam, by the way back in ancient Kahndaq. Honestly, it seems pretty clear to me when I read the comic that Adam killed his nephew, but I've read online that some people keep it ambiguous, and honestly, if we want to like The Rock in the movie, maybe keep that ambiguous, or ditch it altogether. Anyone's call, really, up to you guys. I can't see The Rock being a total murderer in this movie. As for why he would make his way to present day, well, we've got 2 cool options. One, he's found in a tomb, like in the New 52, sort of like a mummy. Or, option number 2, the wizard banishes him into the deepest, darkest depths of the cosmos, and he has to fly back to Earth, and it takes thousands of years. Cool. Either or, I dig both of them. Now, usually, he becomes the leader of the fictional Middle Eastern country of Kahndaq in both the past and eventually in the present as well. This is where we could get a different feeling from other DC properties. We're going to see someone gain immense power without having the purest heart and become corrupted by it. Now, not that that's not happened in a superhero movie before, but this is our protagonist we're talking about, not some bumbling, maniacal villain. I think we'll see a story that spans millennia of a man who fights for what he believes in and stands up for those who have no one to help them. That being said, he's going to have to sort of become the villain by the end of the story, right? I mean, even when he's the good guy in the comic, we still see him flying through dudes like they're made of some sort of jello. But back to the comics for just a second. Thanks to writers like Jeff Johns and David S. Goyer, Black Adam has evolved from a one-note baddie for Shazam to one of the most morally complicated villains we love in Justice Society of America. Ooh, that comic is Here we see Black Adam attempting to redeem himself after he had this murderous split persona Theo Adam removed from his psyche. I didn't mention that before because basically all of DC Comics has chosen to forget that, but worth mentioning. Now with that in mind, let's talk about what could happen in this movie and other DC characters we could see showing up. There have been rumors that the Justice Society of America, or JSA, could be making an appearance in this film, or possibly just a few members from the team. The Justice Society, of course, is the precursor to the Justice League during the 1930s and 40s. These characters do exist in present day, but like I said, Instead, we could see The Rock's character moving through the centuries trying to protect his people and be beaten back by others like the Wizard or outside forces. Now, my guess for who these outside forces could be, who's another DC character that's been around basically all of human history? That's right, say it with me, Vandal Savage. A caveman who is bestowed hyper-intelligence, super strength, and immortality. Savage is constantly attempting to bring order to the world, or just conquering it altogether. You know, just kind of hodgepodge them all together. What better threat for Black Adam, someone whose main goal is to protect his people, than a man who wants to unify the world under one rule and is a being that could take a full brunt of his magical abilities and possibly outlive him. Forever and ever, we're talking. This could be a battle that is fought throughout the centuries until Black Adam teams up with the JSA, possibly. You can't go at this alone, you gotta have friends, blah, 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 blah. You guys know this lesson, we've heard it before. That being said, he's going to have to banish him at some point because the Wizard then looks for another person who could protect magic. That's when we get Billy in the Shazam movie, and also, we just have seen outlines and whatnot of Black Adam. He has to disappear at some point between present day and the start of time. So that's gonna happen. So maybe this only occurs in the past and we save the JSA for another outing, but Vandal Savage, he's a perfect foe for someone like Adam. But what do you think? Who would you like to see fight Black Adam? Let me know down below, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at Sam Bashor and follow New Rockstars. Check out my podcast, One More Time with Sam Bashor. But most importantly, make sure you check out all the other content that New Rockstars is putting out. It's a little chef's kiss in the chat for me, please. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.